Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today. There's a bunch of different stuff to talk about. Kicking things off with the first story of the day, where a new high round record has been achieved here in Cold War Zombies, where the highest round ever reached on Mauer Der Toten has been completed yesterday by Zombies high round player Kobe Harris. The round that was reached was 848 on Mauer. It took over 102 hours to complete, and while the record and dedication is absolutely stunning in itself, it was unfortunately short of his final goal of reaching round 935, and it unfortunately ended in part thanks to some glitches within the game, where just after going down to near the end of round 848, he revives himself, only to have his game freeze in place. The game remained frozen for a few seconds before recovering for a few frames, then freezing again. Throughout this, Kobe was holding down his movement keys, getting ready for the possibility that the game could randomly resume, which it did a little bit later, but unfortunately the sudden unfreeze of the game, combined with the fact that he had no armor and no perks besides for quick revive, meant pretty much an instant down, ending his game at round 848. And for those of you thinking, well, he has upgraded quick revive, just down one zombie and the round could continue. And that would definitely be possible if it was round 15, but once the zombies reach their health cap with just a regular single upgraded pistol that you get when you're downed, you're not gonna even put a dent into any single zombie. An absolutely spectacular run. A shame he didn't get to round 935. Also, if you're wondering why his goal was round 935, besides the obvious reference to group 935 back in the original Ether storyline, it's actually the highest round that Cold War Zombies will now display on the top right hand corner of your screen. As other high round Zombies players have found out, once you reach 935, the round will actually continuously repeat, always giving you the milestone for reaching round 935, but never actually going higher than that round amount, leaving players once again having to manually calculate their rounds past round 935 in order to determine whether or not they can break a record. Next up, continuing on with the themes of first in the worlds achieved in Zombies, as far as I'm aware, at least with public footage available, that this is the first time that the Mauer Der Toten main Easter egg was completed without activating the Pack-a-Punch, where interestingly the Pack-a-Punch is not needed for any step of the main Easter egg. You are required to brain rot a zombie to achieve Klaus's hands, and he of course is needed for the Easter egg, but you can use Elemental Pop to get a zombie brain rotted without actually having to activate Pack-a-Punch and getting brain rot through the PAP machine. The reason we can 100% confirm that he did beat this Easter egg without opening PAP is within the ending cutscene. If we slow it down and enhance here, we can clearly see that the Disciple and his minions are still spawned in their normal state. They haven't moved since the map started. Remember that these cutscenes are rendered in-game, so it'll reflect whatever was happening in that in-game environment, thus confirming that yes, the Easter egg was completed without opening PAP. An interesting achievement, and it's also interesting to see the little bits of variety in ending cutscenes that people have achieved, or people in the past have just gone down to the subway train in the ending cutscene. Here, of course, we still have the Disciple and his minions still active in the background. But moving on to the next story of the day, Treyarch has announced that double weapon XP is now live in Black Ops Cold War and will be for the duration of this weekend. So if there's still certain type of weapons that you still want to rank up, or if you're going for Dark Ether, this is the perfect time to try to get some XP for your snipers in the game, but a good little extra reason to pop on and play a game of Zombs over this weekend. Next up, what I think will be a very useful setup strategy to what is essentially the only unique side Easter egg here on Mauer Der Toten. That's the buried or shooting range Easter egg on the map that rewards you with a free ether tool to upgrade the rarity of your weapon. Well, while you're doing the shooting range, normally the zombies can attack you and get very annoying, causing you to miss the target. If you're in a solo game, there's nobody to hold a zombie for you, this is a major issue. But Bird and Lonely over on Reddit appears to have found a strategy that allows you to complete the Easter egg without a zombie pestering you, by starting over by Pack-a-Punch, making sure you have the zombie with you, having stamina, as well as a high mobility weapon like a pistol. It'll allow you to quickly run to the Easter egg location, and if you get there fast enough, the zombie spawn should glitch out allowing you to complete the whole Easter egg without having to worry about dealing with that final zombie. It definitely makes this Easter egg much easier to achieve, and if you do it in your game, it's highly recommended, like he does in his footage, that you do it when your weapon is epic tier. That way you can maximize the benefit of that ether tool, saving 1000 heavy salvage by upgrading it to legendary rarity. But that wraps up the show today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider leaving a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you with another Zombies news video tomorrow. Peace.